Somebody left.
Yeah, that's gonna be too much.
Yeah, big dog. Y'all, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pep in there. Prelude, 1 minute till showtime. What time is it? Showtime. What time is it? Showtime.
Alright, you ready? Are you live on your stuff?
Yep.
Alright, let's get it.
Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like you to be yourself, fuck
Can you speak? Can he hit you with the hard truth? The uncut from the gut. He pulls no punch on this podcast. He blasts real-ish. Take on topics most folks won't deal with. Now that's that Mims mentality. Give you a dose of entertainment and reality. That balance of make you laugh and think. So hear him when he say, let me talk to the folk on the street. Talk to the incarcerated and liberated. Let me talk to the judges, politicians and lawyers, trap boys, hustlers and soldiers, men and women, no matter what color, creed, or religion. That's what No Limit Larry is giving. The truth, shining the light, walking the walk, giving perspective from his perspective. You tapped in, you listening, we're good. Welcome to Let Me Talk.
Welcome to Let Me Talk, the podcast where we keep it 1,000 cause 100 ain't enough. Hey, we back, man. We had took a little small, brief season break. So I think this is actually going to be season 4, episode 1. We out here with it, and it gives me great honor, great pleasure. First off, shout out to my DJ who been rocking with me since day one, since I started the podcast. My man, Smitty Bitty. What's up, boy?
What's up, people?
Smitty in here, man. You know, shout out to him. He'll have a mic. He might plug kids out. But shout out to Ed. Shout out to everybody tuning in, tapping in right now, coming in on the Let Me Talk page. Appreciate y'all. And tonight it gives me great honor, great pleasure. This man just returned to society, breathing fresh air in Charlotte, North Carolina. Y'all say what's up to Mr. Cecil Jacson. What's up, sir? Go on and put that microphone, talk to the people.
Hey, I'm just glad to be free, man.
Glad to be free. So,
It smells refreshing.
so Cecil, let's talk about this thing, man, because, you know, I was legit when you went in. Yeah. And, you know, I've heard legends, I've heard stories, and, you know, I heard about the sentencing. How did that go down? I heard someone down in the courtroom. All right, let's unwind this thing and let's talk about it. Yeah. All right, Cole. So for somebody who don't know who the hell Cecil Jacson is, who is he to Charlotte? What was he into? And what happened, big dog? What happened? So tell us about Cecil Jacson and what was going on.
You know, I started off, in poverty, you know, and when you come up in poverty, you look for opportunities to get ahead, like anybody else, but you don't have the same opportunities that other people have. So crack game, when it came, you know, I saw it as an opportunity.
So what year we talking about, Cecil, when we talking about the crack game and you doing what you was doing back then? What years we talking about in Charlotte?
About 1988 to 1989.
Okay.
Yeah, short stint.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So 88, 89, crack game in Charlotte. If you from the city, you know what it was like. But y'all was getting money back then.
Yeah, we get money. But he came with us in real price.
So who introduced you to the crack game, or you just kind of picked it up on your own?
You know, really, crack was introduced. You know, you watch the show,
Snowfall? Yes, sir. One of my favorite shows, Franklin Saint.
That's the best depiction of what happened. That happened in every city.
Okay.
You know.
So you're saying the government kind of introduced the crack game to the city, and then the corner boys and everybody else kind of picked it up?
Yeah. But nobody realized that it was a trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
To incarcerate generation of black men.
Yeah.
And that's true. That's what happened.
Yeah.
You know, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We destroyed the community and we destroyed ourselves. And then they gave massive sentences as a result.
Yeah.
Of what they introduced. You know, as a result of what they introduced into.
So 88, 89, Cecil Jacson in the crack game. Like I said, I've heard stories, I've heard legends about Cecil. Cecil was this guy, Cecil was that guy. How much bread? Because you know, to the boys out here right now, How much bread you was bringing in back then?
We found a decent amount in, but it's like any other business. You got to pay workers. So at the end of the day, it's not like people say it is. It's like a job. It's like being the CEO of a company, and after expenses, you get your profit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty decent.
Pretty decent.
Pretty decent.
Okay. So out here in Charlotte, what side of town you was holding down, Cecil?
84 Road, Pitch Drive area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where we were operating.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pitch Drive, 84 Road.
Pitch Drive, 84 Road. So, because what I learned about the story, I learned through Gutter Magazine, my man Sandy, what he had put out there when you got sentenced. So, what happened with the sentencing? Because what I heard was they gave you 2 life sentences plus 100 years or something like that. So how did that play out in the courtroom?
Well, back then they had what they call the mandatory sentencing guidelines.
Yeah.
A judge couldn't deviate from the sentencing structure that Congress passed.
Mm-hmm.
So when the guideline brings to life, that's what you get. And they stack weapon offenses. On us.
So they added drugs and weapons together.
Yeah, so we got life for the drugs. And I got 145 years. My coach I got master sentences too. For guns.
145 sentences?
Yeah. So we have essentially 2 life sentences. We have one with letters and one with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the bid, we were able to keep chipping away at the first part, the life, and then down to a manageable amount. And then Congress and the Department of Justice had changed the gun laws, but they did it in a way where they changed the law going forward, but then they changed it backwards too.
They didn't retro them out.
Nah,
I got you.
So that's how we were able to convince the federal judge that we deserved to be free because the laws had changed, but it didn't change for us. But he looking at what we did in the system, and he felt that we've changed, and that's why I'm here now.
So the 2 life sentences plus the 140 years. So now I'm gonna tell you a legend I heard. So the little legend came back that you was in the courtroom and you said some stuff to the judge, and the judge said you'll never breathe fresh air again if I got something to say about it. Is that true, false, or indifferent?
No, that's not true.
Okay, that's what I'm here to ask the question. Did it happen?
No, that didn't happen.
Okay.
There's a lot of legends, but it's false.
So how did they add on the 140?
What happened?
Okay, well tell me what happened there.
What happened? The prosecutor.
Okay.
Gretchen Shepherd.
Gretchen, oh yeah.
You heard her?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Now she was looking at me. She was like staring at me in the courtroom, and in my youth and immaturity, I blew a kiss at her.
Oh wow.
And she said that I would never get out again.
Okay. So it wasn't the judge, it was the prosecutor. You blew a kiss at her? Let me talk the podcast. We keep it 1,000 because 100 ain't enough. So the legend was kind of true. I mean, it wasn't completely accurate. Yeah, it wasn't completely accurate. You really come out the hood, everybody tell the story. It changed from hand to hand. But so you did blow a kiss at the prosecutor. At the time, so I always ask people, like, that I know that's been sentenced to long term. I think I even asked Gemini and Dick this before, and a couple of my partners have been on here that's been, incarcerated. When you in the courtroom and they hand that sentence down, like, because I've watched court cases on court TV, and I watch the sentence come down and they make my stomach curve. 2 life sentences plus 140 years. What goes through your mind at that time? And you can be as real as you want to be because we're on a podcast. So, like, what goes through your mind at that time?
We just fighters. We always been fighters.
Yeah.
We knew we had to fight. We didn't realize the fight was going to be this hard.
Right.
This long. But from the day we entered prison until the day we left, we were fighting every day. We never bowed. We never broke down. We And, you know, first place, you know, when I got to the institution, I asked a guy, Leroy Reagan, he was from Charlotte. He's the first person I met. Now, when I went to Terry Hunt, Indiana Penitentiary, I was 23 years old. And I heard
So you went in at 23?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I hear all these stories about gay guys, homosexual, and
Right. Cause that's the thing you hear on the street about prison. Like you go in there,
No, it's not
you gonna be watching nigga draws, niggas gonna be trying to get in their ass. Like that's what you tell. That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Don't drop the soap.
Yeah, don't drop. That's the first thing. Don't drop the soap.
Yeah.
Cause you pick it up, you gonna pick it up with no hope. Woo! Take it up. So now go ahead.
So I come up through the thing and I see all these guys from the Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
and they had perms, they had rollers in their hair. You know, that's how they do it in the Midwest.
Yeah, that's how they. Yeah, Midwest, West Coast.
And I
Yeah.
said, man, they might be big guys.
Yeah.
You know, and I said, damn. Down south, we don't see guys.
Yeah, we weren't doing it down there.
Yeah, curlers in their hair.
Yeah, rollers and perms. We weren't doing that.
So I saw a guy, when I went out to go eat, I seen Leroy Reagan. I said, Reagan, go to the library. And he took me to a law library.
Okay.
And I've been in a law library every day almost.
Yeah.
That it was open for the whole 30 years that I was in prison. Every day, I never missed a day in a law library. So when you fight, you always have hope that you can win, especially when you know the law is in your favor. Sometimes politics is not in your favor. So you got to maneuver around the politics of the
Of course.
and you got to learn that. You got to navigate through that, and that's what we did to, you know, end up where we had free. I mean, this whole thing is political. We had the right situation. We had the right judge, and we were able to prevail.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't go in there just playing basketball and bullshitting around. You know, it was a learning experience.
Yeah, you was in there reading, trying to figure out how you like fight this thing.
College programs, everything. I mean, that's how we did it, and that's what kept us grounded and we could overcome.
Did you feel like your sentence was? Did you feel like you was over sentenced for the crimes you had committed?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay. What? So let me ask you this, because I asked people that question. If you felt like you was over sentenced, if you was a judge yourself and you had to give yourself some time, how much time would you have given yourself for the crimes that you committed? If you was a judge at the time you was sentenced back then, how much time you would have thought was like, okay, that's a fair amount of time for what I did?
I think 15 years.
15? Okay.
On the federal level.
On the federal level, okay.
15 years on the federal level, like
Yeah.
considering how much time they get.
Yeah.
You know,
I got you.
But they got to get sentences out that punish you, but give you the ability to redeem yourself at the same time.
Right.
And what they giving so much time out, you can't redeem yourself.
Hey, 2 life sentences, 140 years, they wanted you to die. Die, nigga, die! That's what that judge said. The judge and the prosecutor said that.
Exactly.
That's really what you do. I mean, just being quite honest, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because nobody's coming back from that.
Yeah.
And you know, I know probably once you receive that time, and you can speak to this because you already went through it. I know a lot of people probably gave up on it. Or do you think people stayed in the fight with you?
Your parents, your family, I mean, they stay with you, but a lot of people on the side fall off.
A lot of your friends that you came up with,
Yeah.
they fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
You can say it. Yeah, you can say it.
They have reemerged.
Oh, now that you're back, they don't reemerge.
But I'm glad to have
Mhm.
a company now. But
Hey.
people do fall off. People can't do that kind of sentence. I mean,
Yeah.
a girlfriend,
Uh-huh.
wife, they can't.
That's tough.
I mean, it's not realistic. I mean, that's
How-
$1 million kind of stuff.
Yeah, she did 27 allegedly with Nelson, but okay. We're not gonna speak on him. You know, you can't talk about them type of people. But so speaking of like girlfriends, wives, and stuff like that, how long you think they could do a bid with a man? Like how long you think before they be like, man, this shit too much? On average.
I would say like maybe. When you say do a be able to either support them
Support,
or
stay with you, not messing around while you locked down. How long you gonna give them?
I'll give about 2 years.
2 years, okay.
I mean,
Two.
in the best case.
In the bed. Hey, mama got these too.
But you got a woman who support a guy throughout an entire sentence.
Yeah.
She give him commissary,
Yeah.
money, write him, talk to him on the phone. That's what guys really need. They got put.
Yeah, and everybody I talk to that's been on the podcast that's been locked up, they say that's what we got to do. Talking to people on the outside, people holding them down, people giving them commissary.
Yeah.
A lot of people salute Cecil Jacson. Did you have the support while you were in there? Like, was your book straight? Did you have the commissary? Did you have what you needed?
Well, yeah, I always have what I need.
Okay.
But when you got a brain,
Mm-hmm.
you really have what you need.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I got real good with leadership too.
Yeah.
And I'm taxing guys. And I can be about 50, 60 cases.
Oh, so you was helping people get out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a lot of Liberia. It became second nature to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like reading every day, reading law. And I probably became the equivalent of a scholar, a legal scholar.
So they need to give Cecil a degree. That man got a degree in law in there. So the guys you help get out, do they reach back out to you now? And then when they get out, was they put some on your books? Was they looking out? Because people that get out and forget about you.
Some of them look out and some don't.
Yeah.
So it go both ways. One guy I got out, Willie McDaniel, he actually came to court. And he had an impact on the judge.
Okay.
He came from Florida. Doing that gas shortage, when the gas ran out, somebody hacked the gas station.
Yeah. Recently, yeah.
And he drove from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way to right here. And the judge said, like, how do you make it up here doing the gas shortage? But he came and told the judge the impact that we had.
So Willie real.
Oh, yeah, really real. Yeah. And others.
So let me ask you this question. Cecil Jacson don't let me talk the podcast, so we'll keep it 1,000. Because 100 ain't enough. So, how many partners you was running with when you was out there in the game?
Partners?
Yeah, like how many friends you was like, you would say, okay, these my partners you was running with while you was selling and while you was out in the game. How many you was with before you got locked up?
I mean, I had a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like how many friends?
Well, I had plenty of friends. And I'm going to tell you something that's going on with me. And people that's watching this, a lot of people call me right now.
Mm-hmm.
My number is accessible to people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But people call me from my past. And they might FaceTime me. And I don't know who they are.
Oh, wow.
By looking at them.
Right.
But they have to tell me something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was with you this night.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened. And I know who this person is. But people expect after 30 years.
So they ain't talking to you while you was in it?
No.
So that was my question. So out of all the niggas you was running with, shoot guns with, whatever y'all was doing, if it was 10, out of that 10, how many kept it real with you your 31 year sentence? How many you'll say, well, that nigga, he held me down, he kept it real with me, he rolled with me, he made sure I was straight. Out of 10, how many would you say held you down?
It's kind of unfair because I didn't really reach out to
Okay.
a lot of people. I didn't really try to seek them out, to give the opportunity to do stuff. But, I mean, sometimes I call and ask people to do things, they did it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people, for whatever reason.
I need a number, Cecil. Like 5, 3, 2, 1, 9, all 10. I need a number.
I said 2.
2. Okay, 20%. 20% of the niggas you hang with, when you get locked up, that's who fucking with you. 20%. That's what I need, Cecil. I just want the people watching to know you rolling with 10 niggas. 20%. That's 2. Gonna keep it real with you. And I already knew that. I just wanted you to say it because I think people need to hear that because you did a real, like, I know Cassie did 15, 20, 5, 2, but 31? Yeah. But that's a ride.
Yeah.
That's a ride. For real, that's a ride. And, you know, truth be told, I don't wish that on nobody, but 31 for you to still be able to do that and come back, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
And it's a testimony to our strength, you know.
Right.
I told you, we ain't fuck no man.
Say that. See, say, ain't nobody get no man pussy now. Ain't nobody get no man pussy. 31 years, he did a lot of dick jacking, and he didn't get no man pussy. Okay, I had to say it for him. I'm sorry, y'all. Cecil didn't want to say that, but I know where you're going with it. When y'all niggas you out there talking, no, you got. You not need to talk. Yeah. I keep it real on the podcast now. I told y'all to keep it 1,000 because I ain't enough. But
tell nothing to get out.
Okay, so you know, because it's always you know how it go. You know, it's always the people that say, "Well, they snitched on somebody and got out." I gotta be real, bro. Like, you going through this thing, you go to court, and you know what you face: 2 life sentences and maybe 100 years. How hard is it not to tell on somebody? How hard is it? And you know, especially if you know somebody who done did some flaw, and you like, well, I know he done told it. How hard is it for you to go in there and stand up, pull your hands up and say, I ain't saying nothing, I ain't telling on nobody? How hard?
It's hard for other people, obviously, because
Cecil said somebody snitched, but he didn't really say that, but he said it.
But it's not, it wasn't hard for us.
It wasn't hard for y'all?
That wasn't even
an option.
Contemplated.
That's what's up.
No.
I'm telling you right now, Cecil real, but I don't know if I'm gonna be that real, y'all. I'm dead. That's why I don't do no prayer.
Hey, this thing ain't for everybody.
It ain't for right. There you go. I'm telling you, I'm on that phone face 31. Give me a magic marker. His name is James Thompson. You live at 801. Put it in purpose.
People need to understand this.
Yeah.
The game ain't for everybody.
The game ain't for everybody. That's why everybody can't do it and don't need it.
I want to be understood. It's easy to kill a black man. Especially in the 90s, black men are rich, give you 3.5.
Yeah.
You know, that's easy.
Yeah.
But if you're going to embrace the game, embrace all of it.
I got you. Yeah.
Don't be straddling the fence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to tell, you need to get a job. You're going to work.
Yeah.
Because
the part of the game, if you win it, you win it. You don't snitch. You don't tell. You don't tell nothing you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I ain't with that. Come on. I'm
saying.
That's why I keep taking it.
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, this thing ain't for the weak.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's how we approach it. I mean, like I say, I'm not saying that as a badge of honor to have been involved in drugs and crime, because I'm not that no more.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
You know, but.
We're going to talk about what's going on with Cecil now, but we just doing to the past. What's up, Fred? You got a question?
I got a question. So, me knowing how the system preys on our ignorance of the law, with you being in a law library every day, would you have done something different, knowing what you know now, back then, as far as in the courtroom? Like, would you have preferenced statements differently, knowing what you know now?
Like, did you learn anything to help out that you could have used back then to help out your case?
Yeah, because they speaking, the more you speak a language you don't understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ignorance. They standing up, their mouth is moving, but they're not saying nothing. They really selling it out. I mean, it's like a stage show.
Mm-hmm.
When you start learning the law, you start seeing that they just come up, talking mumbo jumbo.
Mm-hmm.
But they really on the side of the prosecutor, or they indifferent to you, and they just indifferent to us winning. So they just stand up and they say things. You start reading, you understand that we were sold down the river. So if I knew what I do now, I would probably represent myself because I probably did a better job.
I ain't gonna say you couldn't, Cecil. But I just seen a man represent himself on a gun murder trial, and it didn't go right for him.
You talking about that guy?
In Florida. It didn't go right for him. I'm not saying that could have been you. All I'm saying is, I hope you ain't gonna be like that. That nigga there. That nigga there made it bad for the black coat.
You tell your lawyer, say, man, come on, man, object.
Yeah. It's certain cases you got to walk in there with a suit. You got to walk in there with a lawyer. In certain cases, you got to play. It's a game, and you got to play the game right. And he didn't play the game right. Go ahead. Anyway, we can talk about it. Cecil Jacson live. Let me talk the podcast. We'll keep it 1,000 because 100 ain't enough. From Charlotte, North Carolina. Did 31-year bid. He's home now. Cecil. So we talk about going in, and when you come back, 31 years, Charlotte has changed so much.
Yeah.
What's the biggest change you've seen in Charlotte? You've seen out of Charlotte since you've been locked up and coming back.
Well, me and Dick, we were riding, we were riding downtown, and you see double Oaks, and you see $400,000 houses.
In double Oaks. Wow.
Everywhere you look, building structure going up everywhere. And I mean, blown away that, and like small wood. I was over there visiting someone, and I see a bunch of white people walking their dogs. And I don't hardly see no blacks in small wood. I don't know if they're in the house, but I just see a bunch of white people walking their dogs in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, damn, these historically black communities, they take over and they build big houses.
House, like even though Charlotte is crazy like
Real
that.
houses.
Yeah.
So that right there, that's kind of mind-blowing.
Gentrification.
Yeah. I don't know why the city council didn't do nothing if you're trying to protect, black homeowners and we got a lot of black city council.
We got a whole lot of black city council members.
Why they allow this to happen?
That's a question that the people on the streets have been asking for a minute. Like, you know what I mean? But like you said, it's a game. It's just like the court system is big business.
Yeah.
And, truth be told, some of the members want to live in them places. And, the closer you are to downtown in the city, the better you are. And you got more access to the things that you want access to. Because here's what I feel about it. If you can come in a neighborhood like a Double Oaks, like a North Charlotte, and build greenways, and build parks, and build things accessible where people can't walk through there and walk their dogs, you could have been did that. You could have did that for the folks that was already there. You didn't have. If you wanted to come in and build new homes, and it's not all on the city council. They play a part, but developers came in and bought their homes. People are selling their homes. I've seen it done. I've seen people go there.
But it's forced to sell sometimes.
Some of them not though. And it always starts with one, because if the first person don't sell, and then everybody else don't sell, then we keep our property value the same. It starts with that first person that sells, just like it started with the first person that sold us out and put us on the damn boat. It started with that one person. Yeah. So once that one person sells, then it's like a domino effect. Because now everybody's property value going up. And then by that causes a downfall effect in the house. Now, Grandma Lulu can't afford her property tax, so now she wants to sell it.
That's what the city council should have did.
They should have stepped in right there. I agree.
Protect Lulu.
Yeah.
Well,
she property tax. Right.
She should have a waiver or something.
Yeah.
The city council, especially black city council, I'd be ashamed that they didn't do something.
I agree with that.
Protect Lulu.
I agree with that. But it starts with that first person that sell. And then it's big business, because we go through North Charlotte right now on the backside of North Charlotte.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, it's $450,000 home. It's a $600,000 house in North Charlotte right now. Yeah. I'm like, man, I don't need to stand up on that corner. But hey, it is what it is. And right about now, they got so many homes over there that they built. Like it's hard to recover from that. You know what I mean? So if you got something over there, you got property over there, hold on to it. And if you're gonna sell it, at least maximize your dollars for you and your family. You know what I mean? That's what I tell people now. If you see these $400,000 homes and you got $80,000 Habitat house, you know your home is worth at least $300,000-$400,000. Hold on to about 2 more years. Yeah. It's gonna be worth 1.5. Now you and your family can have some generational wealth. Yeah. So that's what you do, because if you can't beat the system, at least get paid off of it. Let's get paid off of it if we can't beat it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what's been crazy. But that's a good point that you brought up. Like 31 years, our city has grown so much. It's huge. We didn't have a football team when we left, huh? We got a football team, been to the Super Bowl. We ain't win, but we went.
I've been following, I'm a Carolina fan.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know.
What's the hardest thing about coming back? About being locked up 31 years and then coming back and re-entering society? Like, what's the hardest thing about that?
I guess it's technology.
Mm.
I never felt so dumb until I got a smartphone.
So you never felt so dumb until you got a smartphone. You got one, though.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody was telling me, before we got out, they were saying, get an Android.
Yeah.
You need an Android. And I said, nah, get a smartphone. I'm going to get this smartphone.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a smartphone, and I've been fucking with this thing.
You ain't figured it out yet? You do a lot. You do a lot, right?
But yeah, I guess technology.
Yeah.
You know, and but I don't think that our transition is gonna be as hard as a lot of guys because I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but a lot of opportunity is coming our way.
That's good.
I told not to speak on that. You'll never have to hustle again.
That's good, man.
I mean, that's what's being told.
Yeah, no, that's good. And you know, that's how it's supposed to be. If especially if you ain't telling nobody and you held it down like a G, then when you come home, that's gonna take it. That's what you was always told in the game, right? If you go, you come back, we got you.
I'm not talking about.
I ain't even talking about. I'm just talking about period though. Because, you know, it's folks that are now, since you've been gone, that they back, they here, and they doing their thing, and they in different positions now.
Yeah.
So they can put you in a position to do what you want to do. So what would be your dream thing to do now that you're home? Like what type of profession or business you would want to own, or do you want to go into politics, or you want to go into law? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to do a little bit of all those things. Business. I want to get a re-entry, helping guys who come in home, babies and stuff, and I want to work on trying to fix a broken criminal justice system. Where somebody says it's not broken, you just resign.
You do what it's supposed to do, lock up black people.
So I'm gonna take that back, but I want to try to help.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys still got behind.
Mm-hmm.
Guys getting out, but enough people not getting out. Who still serving 20 years sentences and stuff.
For weed.
Yeah.
And they about to legalize weed all over America.
Exactly. I mean, so
I got you.
there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I see it from the inside, and I'm out here, and I want to try to have an impact on changing laws, and speaking to some of these politicians.
Mm-hmm.
This is a messed up thing. I don't like Republicans. I don't like.
And we keep 1,000 on here because 199. You don't like Republicans? That's what's up.
But obviously, I don't feel like this. I don't want to say I don't like.
You just don't agree with some of the things they do. I have you.
I don't agree with their policies.
Yeah.
All right. But you know how we got here?
Tell me.
Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump and his bill that he passed, allow many black men to come home from prison. I mean, he twisted Mitch McConnell, the Republican, the fellow Republican army. He was not going to pass any laws, to help prisoners get relief.
Right.
But he twisted his bad arm. And many guys got out, including myself
Mm-hmm.
and my other friends, because he put pressure on these people to pass a law they didn't want to pass that would benefit us. And he got it done. But Democrats have been talking about this bill, changing laws for the longest. They run on it. They say, we're going to do this. They get people to vote on it.
And then they don't do it when they get it.
Now,
They
right
can't get
now,
it passed.
the House of Congress is controlled by the House of Representatives, Democrats,
Mm-hmm.
Senate,
Democrats, yeah.
White House,
Democrats, yeah.
What the fuck they can do?
There you go. That's the question.
You cannot let Donald Trump be responsible for the release of more black men
Mm-hmm.
than they.
Yeah, the Democrats. I got you.
Any of them.
Yeah. Any of them.
Yeah.
So
I want to make sure, everybody in Congress, I'm saying, y'all just stop pussyfooting around because 2 years, Congress will change. Just like that.
Oh yeah. That's all they get.
You set back saying, oh, they didn't do nothing. Oh, we can't do nothing. Nah, this is the opportunity now for them to do stuff because they control everything. Like I say, we still disproportionately impacted by this criminal justice system. And I want to stay on Democrats right now. The party I prefer to do what they're supposed to do and outdo Donald Trump. You know,
So what would be a dream job right now, Cecil? If you could wake up tomorrow and say, look, this is my dream job, I'm doing what I love to do, what would that look like?
I'd like to be a CEO of a legal group that help do things to get stuff.
That's dope. I like that.
That's what I want to do. I want to make sure that they correct this system. Because nobody should have 2 life sentences unless you rape somebody, you murder somebody, or you did something like that. You know, you should never have so much time you can't redeem yourself. And that's why I want to prove to them. You know, I don't know if y'all reached out to her. Then we got out of prison. They changed. You know, but I've been told by people that there was lobbying going on behind the scenes.
They were trying to keep you in there?
They were saying, don't do it, don't let them out, don't let them out. You know, and they even put in our order, in our case, that we can't communicate with any witness in our case or their families. Because somebody put in this judge head, they may do something to a witness. I've never seen an order like that, but that's what put in our order. But we're not going to do anything to a witness.
You better say that on this podcast. She said we're not doing nothing to nobody, we ain't after nobody, we just ain't trying to live. Bitch, I was in there 31 years. I ain't out here trying to fuck out. That's what she said. We keep it down. Let me talk the podcast. Cecil Jacson is live with me tonight, man, back into society. So what's next for Mr. Cecil Jacson? What's next for you?
We working with Gemini Boys.
What's up, Gemini?
Yeah, Gemini is an amazing man. I mean, he's the guy we call. He's our crucial guy.
Yeah.
We put a plan together to get out of here. But we had nobody to execute. And Gemini executed during COVID. The word of rough during COVID. We
Yeah.
locked in the cell all day.
Y'all had to do 3 hours a day during COVID? I heard that. I got a partner locked up. When you tell me that.
23 hours, we had to come out, we had an hour to
Mm-hmm.
maneuver and get lawyers, we had a Gemini would actually,
Moving for y'all. Shaking me. What's up, Gemini? Gemini, real. You hold it down.
so, I mean, we real people. We talk about being real,
Mm-hmm.
real,
That's what's up.
you know.
So I gotta ask you, Cecil. Number one, let me say this. They call Cecil the big meat of Charlotte. I'll tell you that. They do say that about Cecil, the big meat of Charlotte. I'm just don't put it out there. But we talk about Cecil and moving and shaking and what's next for you. How hard do you think it's gonna be for you to maneuver how you want to maneuver now? Because some people still look at you like before you went in. And it's people out there that want to gravitate to you like, well, we can do this, we can do that, we can do that. How hard is it you think it's gonna be for you to maneuver the way you want to maneuver and not go back to, because it's out here. We know it's out here. We can't even sugarcoat it. It's out here. And sometimes it's like, well, I can make that one play.
I don't trust nobody.
I got you. Been snitching now. Been snitching.
I mean, too, and I mean, I don't want to sound like no fucking goody two shoes, but that's believe me now.
I got you.
I mean,
Nah, I didn't get you. You gave the, like I can't say, I gave y'all 30 years of my life. What else y'all want me to do? I tell you. I feel you.
But that's a losing exercise, I believe.
Right.
I ain't knocking nobody for what they choose to do, but I mean the longevity. I need legitimate money, and that's my goal. Get legitimate money, on the up and up, no criminal activity. So if anybody think about holiday about the drugs, no thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, or any illegal activity. I want to prove to these people.
That you redeem yourself.
Yeah, and that it's possible.
Yeah.
That we're not animals incapable of change.
Because you make better for somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Never make it for somebody else who's sitting on the line that they might be thinking about letting out due to these new laws in place. And you know they could be on the fence about it and be like, well, you could be an example. You can be an example either way. So
See, so I'm not gonna blow the opportunity because other people
mm-hmm.
may need the same opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been told that they waiting for me to mess up. So I mean, I'm gonna make sure I don't mess up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because 31 years,
That's too long.
but nothing.
But every time you say it, the hair on the back on my back just raised up, man.
I did
So-
more time than Nelson Mandela, who did time to save a country.
Yeah, he did 27. He didn't do nothing else.
And you know, but the judge, he acknowledged, he said, you know, that's enough time. He did enough time.
The judge in your original case passed away.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Judge Potter.
Yeah.
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 I had to be judge, Max Cosburn.
You think if the judge would have, in your case would have still been alive, you think he'd have let you out?
No.
That's real.
And there's two more judges in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Republicans.
Yeah.
They probably would never
They went in depth.
even let down.
Who are the judges? Who are the judges? If I still practicing?
Yeah, one judge, Judge Conrad,
Conrad, I don't know.
he prosecuted.
Okay.
As the assistant United States attorney.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Republican.
Okay.
He won't let me out, for sure. And there's another judge, Judge Whitney. He's a Republican. They're not going to let anybody out on the same thing that the Democrat, Max Cosburn lets out. So then I say politics is stuff important in this whole thing because one judge will do one thing and another judge will do a different thing. Even under the same facts, same situation.
Personal agendas.
Yeah. So, I mean, this game is deep.
Surely deep. Cecil Jacson live on Let Me Talk the Podcast with me, Mr. No Limit Larry. You know, we'll keep it 1,000 because there ain't enough. Now, since you've been gone, Charlotte has changed a lot. When we talk about, going through the 80s and 90s, 2000s to now, we still a lot of youth going crazy right now. Like, I don't even know what the murder rate is right now in Charlotte, but we know it's stupid. A young girl got shot last night on Elm Street out West Boulevard. When you see what's happening with the dope game, with the gangs and everything in Charlotte, if you could speak to the youth right now, what would Cecil Jacson say to them?
I'm going to say stay in school, get good in mathematics and science, but that's where the money at. You don't have to be a drug dealer or own a Rolex. You can be a scientist, an engineer, and that's what people got started doing. They got started investing in kids. They spent $30,000 for house and Christmas. They take that same $30,000 and invest it in schools and make sure that the kids get what they need. Possible. It don't make no sense to spend all this money on the penal system when you can be investing in education. So those kids got to be properly taken care of because people don't see all these societal potholes and things going on. Even our music, whoever controls music, control things. Nobody gonna have public people like that no more. I don't want to hear that.
And they said, we don't want to hear that. Play that Pooh Shiesty bit, dog. We don't want to hear that.
So they control the minds. I mean, they control the minds of young people. And I think that the course we're on is somebody got us on this destructive course. So whoever controls your thinking, and who controls TV, who controls radio,
So now I got to play devil's advocate because you don't walk down my aisle now. because I'm in the music game. Smith is in the music game. He's a DJ. Now I got to play devil's advocate. Now you had Public Enemy back in the day, Cecil back in the 80s. You had all the positive music, and you was out there slanging drugs. So why you had all the positive music, you turned to the dope game?
Well, I mean, it wasn't as bad as it is now.
When we get to the 90s, it was a little different. It was a little different than the 90s.
You had a crack explosion.
You definitely had a crack explosion.
Some crack explosion.
Yeah.
But now, dudes ain't even getting money.
They definitely ain't getting no money.
They ain't killing people because of
No, they ain't killing
they ain't
Detroit.
killing people because of block, because of this and money.
Yeah.
They killing people for nothing.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
I mean,
They ain't getting no money. The money ain't like it. Yeah.
I mean,
I know that.
You try to control your block, you might control your block.
Yeah.
But now guys that get money, they gang banging and broke, right? Is that how it is?
Sister said that gang banging. Sister said y'all niggas gang banging and broke. I agree though.
I don't know. I've been
I mean, you listen. I mean, I ain't gonna. You know what? I think in your era, I think it was more people with money. Like you might have had money. Dudes on the south side, north side, everybody had money. I think now you got one or two. It ain't like it was. It ain't like it was. Like cats out here nickel and diamond, and they think that's bread. 2,000. That ain't no money. That ain't no money. The hell, it costs $2,000 to live somewhere decent now. That ain't no money. So I think that's the difference from when you was in the game to now. I think a lot more people had money. Like, you know what I mean? It was, well, it might have been 4, 5, or 10 of y'all. It's like 1 or 2 now. Yeah. So, and they don't get it out.
So what did the young lady who got shot last night, did she live?
I don't think she did. I'm not sure. I don't know. I saw the story on one of the social media sites, and they said they don't even know if she was the intended target, from what I had read this morning. But they did, however, say she was shot, and I think she later died in the hospital. Yeah. So it's stuff like that. And you know what I hate to see, personally, I hate to see when it's kids involved. Like you got cats out here shooting up whole neighborhoods with kids out there playing in the parking lot. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds. It wasn't like that anywhere. Like I know it was. Yeah. Like you hit the person you was aiming at, because 9 times out of 10, you done told them 3 or 4 times, hey bro, you know what it is. Because I think y'all communicated more through your era. And I could be wrong. But I just know what I saw. And the people that I came up around. And I just thought the communication was like, I can go talk to somebody and we can, like if we got beef, you gonna know, and I'm gonna give you a chance to straighten the beef. Now after that, after I told you about 2, 3 times, then I might have to come see you in a different type of manner. Now I think it's just they gonna shoot up everything. They got big guns. Everybody got big guns. They want to hear their big guns go off, and they shoot up everything. That's what I feel.
For me, I think it's ego and emotion. Like I think, because even back then, while me growing up, like my older OGs, like they were more like logical and like I think now they're more feminine. Like they real emotional and they want to do something off of anything just based off of feelings, no matter if it's going to hurt them in the long run. And I think they stuck in the moment. They don't care about consequences. They just feel, oh, I'm angry right now, I need to do something. They don't think 2 steps ahead, like, okay, if I do this and this happens, you know what I mean? And I just think they're just reactionary. Like everything is just emotional and reactionary.
Yeah. So, do you ever think we'll get away from all this violence with what's going on with the youth? Like what would be your depiction of how we change that around, because you are out of control right now? Like, I'm going to rephrase it. Do you think when you was young, could anybody talk to you and tell you something to make you change your mindset?
Yeah, I mean, if I had the right influence around me, I believe, and the right economic structure around me. But you can't tell people stuff. You can't tell people to stop doing one thing and you can't give them
alternative.
No, they say they need to start investing. You know, kids So some people you're not gonna save, so you gotta just let that run its course.
You have to save everybody.
Yeah, but I believe that if they really wanted to establish it, they could start investing in kids, and they could, change the whole trajectory.
What investment would you make in kids right now?
Education.
In the education, okay.
Yeah,
Definitely.
make sure.
Nah, definitely that. I agree.
They didn't have after school.
Mm-hmm.
When we came up, they should have enrichment programs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
After school, you go to Irwin Elementary School. I don't know if this place.
Irwin's still around.
All right.
Yeah.
Just go there after school.
Yeah, Irwin's still
They
around.
teach you piano. They
Yep.
teach you this. They teach that. But when Ronald Reagan came in office, they scrapped all programs. Cut off program like that. Secret program where people who work during the summer and have money for school. They take all Republicans don't believe in programs.
Mm-hmm.
That benefit, us mainly.
Mm-hmm.
But if they could establish some kind of program, just walk these kids, throughout to junior high school, make just hold their hand and make sure they get they know what they need.
We do have a few programs like that in the city, like Thomas Davis Leadership Academy, which I'm a part of. He starts them off in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
You get them in the 6th grade, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. They go through the program. You graduate the program. Then you go to this high school part of the program. It's a free program. You know what I mean? Parents can sign their kids up and they can go through the program. But that's only one. We need like 10 of these.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think we need more every side of town because every parent doesn't have transportation.
Yeah.
And every parent can't bring their kid to a certain spot. So I think we need to build them in the sectors, in the community sectors, because like I said, like some parents work. So if I'm a single parent and I work till 7 o'clock, the program is at 6. How is the kid gonna get there? However, if it's in a community where they can walk or somebody can take them or something like that, then it's different. That's why I say we need about 10 of these programs. But salute to my man, former Carolina Panthers Thomas Davis. He definitely has a program like what you're talking about that sees them all the way through. And we definitely have about 50 kids a year because everybody can't get in the program. One, because we just, like I said, we need about 10 of these. Because now if you got 50 kids in 10 programs, that's 500 kids. So look at the lives you're changing. So I agree with you on that. And education definitely helps. I think for me, growing up how I grew up, education was repeat, like that's what was preached. That was preached over and over. It was on TV. It was in the neighborhood. Even the dope dealers. Like I don't know. Like when you was out there the game, if you was some young cats around, you made them go in the house, or you like, well, you can't hang out here with us. We too grown for you. Yeah. I had cats that did that. Man, take your ass on. You ain't got no business out here.
They saw the potential.
Yeah, exactly. They saw the potential. They like, what? And then when I would walk to the neighborhood, they like, bro, where your books at? What you learned today? You ain't get your ass out. And I don't know if guys are doing that now. You know what I mean? I think it's more along the lines now if somebody show interest in going left, they let them come left instead of pushing them back right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why, even the judge, he didn't make a decision the day we went to a hearing, but he told us basically, you ready to get out. He told us what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you need to go talk to young people about your experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of them walk down the same path. And I feel like a person who got a shared experience is more credible than somebody who don't have the same experience. I mean, I can tell a person I picked up a gun before.
Mm-hmm.
I took a block over before.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a lot of things that I regret now, but that's my past. But it'd probably be more compelling coming from somebody from my background than would come from a law enforcement officer.
Right.
That,
more respect. Yeah. Respect.
Yeah. And I mean, this kind of stuff we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got credibility when it comes to, we have just amassed so much knowledge inside that, I mean, I think we can save some people, not everybody, but with the right, structure, somebody would invest. I believe that we could. I believe we had a formula to save some kids from the streets of Charlotte. They get an opportunity, and that's what we want to do. Because in our neighborhood, we told the judge the story. Our father figure in our neighborhood was an alcoholic named Raymond. When we need advice on sex, or we got gonorrhea.
That real shit.
It's an alcoholic named Raymond.
Rabbit don't tell you what to do about that gonorrhea now. Now listen, they gonna give it a bit long in.
But that's what it was.
But you gotta learn from somebody. You
You have to mentor.
But people need positive influences. I mean, in their lives. I mean, if people had that, especially somebody who got a shared experience. Like, you know that show American Gangster?
Of course I remember American Gangster.
They were a bunch of rats.
They was all snitching.
I'm an American Gangster.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't tell. I didn't break. I mean, I'm here.
Movies? You think you got a movie? I would love to see a Cecil Jacson movie. I know there's a lot of Charlotte movie producers out there that watch what I do and see the things that I do and watch my podcasts and stuff like that. Would you be open to do a Cecil Jacson movie?
Yeah, of course. With a message.
Yeah, with a message.
That
I think that'd be dope. I think you got a real, and I think your story resonates all across America, not just in Charlotte.
Yeah, of course.
Because somebody go do 31, then tell, come back, and now you're back in society. I just want to ask you this, because I know the partners that you run with, and think, Gemini, when you come back and see your partners doing work in the community and being that uplifting and being that mentor to other youth, how does that make you feel? Because I know where these young men come from, and I see what they do now, and they really pour into people, and they really give back to people. Like they get a heart and soul to people. Like Dick is a football coach. Gemini goes out and does a plethora of things. Take youth here, take youth there, and they really, really pour into you. How does that make you feel? Because they're young partners.
Hey, we can walk the track together, think.
Yeah.
We walk the track together. We talk about these things with Gemini. We walk the track in circles.
Yeah.
And we was on this trajectory years, decades ago.
Yeah.
And they got out first.
Yeah.
And they manifested this stuff.
So y'all was all locked up together.
Yeah. At some point, me and him was at Manchester, Kentucky, and everything. Gemini, we was in Manchester, Kentucky, and Peterborough. But Gemini, Gemini, we're so proud of Gemini, because he about it.
Yeah.
And, it's just manifestation, everything that was talked about and discussed. And we want to take stuff to a different level now.
I'm with it, man. I want to see what she's gonna do next. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. I know we got a big party on Saturday. We're doing a big day party at the Monarch Room. You and all your partners gonna be there. Welcome home party.
Yeah.
And I say this to all the youngsters out there, man. Like, y'all want to party with some real OGs who, even if you win the game and that's what you gonna do with your life, you decide I don't care. This is what I'm gonna do with my life. Come celebrate with some real OGs. They really did it. They done really did it. Like wherever you trying to go, they done did it. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Like and I know people love our city. People love Charlotte. Like we in Zoomer right now, which is the unofficial Charlotte story. Like if you need Charlotte, you get it in here. So when you love your city and we represent with all the other rappers that come here, and they rap about doing this and doing that. These guys right here, they really did it, and they did it in our city. They repped our city, and they ain't telling nobody. So if you in the game, you saying, look, bro, this is what I'm doing, and that's your decision you done made. Cool.
Yeah.
But come out and party with some real OGs. That's the case really did.
And I'm gonna say one thing for you, that if you're gonna sell drugs, you're gonna do your thing. Just be smarter.
Be smart.
I mean, you gotta be smarter. I mean, I'm not, telling somebody to do. I'm saying it's the right way and the wrong way. I mean, we gotta be smarter. You don't need to hurt each other. If you need to make money, make money. We kill people, shoot people. I did that. You bring a lot of heat. You bring a lot of pain to whatever you're trying to accomplish. You should do it without violence. And not to endorse or encouraging. Because people gonna do what they're gonna do by saying, at least be smart. Be a smarter criminal. Don't do stupid stuff.
Let me ask you this, since you brought the point up of taking somebody's life. Have you reached out to any of the families? Or that it's not something that goes down? I don't know.
For me?
Yeah.
Well, nah, I ain't taking my life.
Oh, you can take it off. I heard say that. I was checking them just asking her first. No, because I want to know. I want to know, like, did since you are back and you go through the whole rehabilitation and being back in society, like, do you reach back out to the families and be like, that was a different point in my life. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, I've had conversations with a few people.
Yeah.
Some people thought it was the right word, and I said, man, I'm not on that page.
I ain't even on that.
I said, don't do me like that.
Right.
They may think I'm the same person. I'm not.
Yeah.
We went to T.I. song, The Old Me is Dead and Gone.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my anthem.
Yeah.
The old me is dead and gone. And I want people to understand that. All of us, all my co-defendants, we older, we wiser, but days over with. So, I have reached out to people. There's more people I'm going to reach out to. I want to apologize for things that took place back then, in my youth.
You went in at 23.
Yeah.
Did 31, so that's 54?
No, 53.
53, right?
Yeah.
We back on the streets now. What we gonna do? We doing positive things. We doing big things.
Yeah.
Cecil Jacson, man. I look forward to it. You got social media yet on your smartphone?
Yeah. I'm on Facebook.
You know what I'm What's your Facebook? Cecil Jacson. Y'all can follow Cecil Jacson. You got Instagram yet? Hey, one of y'all people out there, we gotta get Cecil on Instagram. He get acclimated to the smartphone. He don't want to have a smartphone to be a dumb user. That big shit. He got an iPhone. He get on Android. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cecil Jacson. Thank you for coming through tonight. Let Me Talk the podcast. We'll keep 1,000 because 100 ain't enough. And I really appreciate you, OG. And I'll be there Saturday. We turned all the way up in the Monarch Room. Cecil, 3 boys, his partners. We doing the real OG style. If y'all, I know a lot of y'all follow Big Meech and Jeezy and all them. Charlotte's Big Meech, we partying big style. Smith, take me out of here, man.